Robobrew Generation 3 just arrived here. So I know a lot of people have done unboxings and have been using these for a while, but this is the version that comes in North America, specifically in Canada. There was a lot of talk about the first generations that got into North America not being certified for Canada. Well, this is the one that is. So thought I'd do a little bit of an unboxing, or at least show you what comes with it to see if there's any differences for those that already have it. Yeah, let's just crack it open and see what's in there. Well, I have seen that there is some assembly required in some of the other unboxings, and that is still the case. Manual. Lid with drilled openings. The return at the top, handle for the pod. There are a lot of small components here. Sorry, not a lot of documentary here. Commentary, that is. And here we go. This is the main event. Alright, continuing on. Didn't even realize I got a wort chiller with this one. That's good. That's the malt pipe. Sorry for the camera work. Alright, we'll unwrap that. And we got the main pot, graduations, a piece of silicone tube. Alright, this main unit, I'm going to have to kind of pull it out and let's take a look. Alright, here it is out, the packaging. Controller looks a little different than what I've seen on the internet, with the auto and manual button and timer and step 1 through 6 programming. I have seen this one, but I thought that there was a simplified version coming. Switch for the pump, and there's the 2 element switches. Here in Canada we have 1000 watts and a 500 watt at 120 volts. So yeah, this is going to take a while to get this thing heated and boiling. Looks like the assembly is, like I said, required. We have the markings in both gallons and liters, which is excellent, and a hole for the pump and temperature probe, etc. All standard on this thing. Inside we had the false bottom, and we had the top and bottom plate in that packaging. So I guess at this point it's just a matter of taking everything out and starting assembly. Hopefully be back with a working Robobrew Gen 3 soon. Okay, the some assembly required is really installing the ball valve and putting the little handles on top of the lid, just going right through there and there. So that's going to be a no-brainer. And then adding this little false bottom pickup screw thing. In total, not counting what I got to do to get the wort chiller working, really, those are the tools. That's it. It's this is going to be fairly quick up and running. And there it is, fully assembled. Everything is as expected. I did have a couple of things that I noticed that I'm going to have to keep my eye on. The pipe that's up the middle that supports the placement of the basket and etc. Let me pull that apart and show you what I'm going to have to keep my eye on second. But first, the silicone tube that comes with it, this little piece, very, very thin silicone tubing. I've got some better stuff that I'm going to be using, significantly thicker and more pliable. So I just cut a piece and put it in there. I noticed that the actual tube itself that supports the basket, the grain basket, has changed to what I've seen on the internet. It now has I can't really explain it, a different mechanism for supporting the upper and lower pieces. Just get rid of the handle here. There's a piece that, I don't know, stops the overflow, I guess. So here's what I'm talking about here, this piece here. I'll just lift the whole thing out. You can see how it won't go any lower than a certain distance, because there is a clip that is halfway up that it rests on. I guess the idea of this clip is to allow this pipe originally to slide down and make smaller batches, which is what I do. I'm a 3-gallon brewer, so it's this funky clip here, and specifically the insides of these tubes that I'm concerned about. When it was unpackaged, it was coated in a creamy white powder, which I don't know if it's from the machining or to prevent corrosion or whatever, but the inside, I don't know if I can get this properly, but the inside of this pipe had quite a bit of, it looked like machining surfaced rust, which I'm a little bit concerned about. But I took a bottle scrubber to it and really cleaned it out. I don't know if I can get this properly for you to see, but the machine side is that far side. So you can see that machining line there? That was coated in surface rust. So it's a stainless steel product, but I know where it rusts will be at the seams if it rusts. So I'm just going to keep an eye on that. And it was nowhere near as bad at the other end. It was mainly, the problem was at the end where the clip was, but I'll try and get right in there. Let me try and... So you can see the weld joint right there, and you can see that discoloration on the far side. That was just caked with rust, and like I said, a little hot water and some soap and a scrub, bottle scrubber, and it seems to have come clean for now. But I'm gonna run some detergent through this to clean the insides, and then dry it off, and then I'm going to wait a couple of days and see if it comes back. And if it does, then I'll have to reach out to OBK and see if we can figure out what to do here. But that's the only concerns I had with it. Everything else, really good. Really happy with the build quality. There is some irregularities in the overall shape of the device. When you put the actual bottom plate in, goes in really well, seems to fit extremely well, but it's not perfect, which you can't expect for the money. But when you put the top plate on, you can really see a little bit more of the abnormalities, and I've checked the top plate, and it seems to be fine. So probably near the top, it's a little bit more out, but as long as that grain sits in there and forms a good bed with the recirculation, it should be fine. So I can't wait to get using this thing. But for now, that's about it on the unboxing of this Canadian version of the Robobrew. And what's really weird is the only difference is that stupid logo. but you know, regulations are regulations. Anyway, that's it from the unboxing and setup. Hopefully, post this video soon and put together a first firing video and a first brew. All right, cheers, guys.